Crazy YouTube intro. Ox the Gardener. Yeah. So I don't have one of those crazy intros. Maybe someday I will, but right now I just have me, and that's how we're gonna roll. So, what's up? It's the end of a work day. I'm gonna head home soon, but I wanted to go ahead and make a little video about my office garden. I got into succulents in, gardening in general, probably about April, May of 2021 when we moved into a new home, and there were some roses that needed to be taken care of. I went to Home Depot to get some fungicide to treat some black spot on some roses that I inherited, and I saw this big table of succulents, and I was like, wow, those are kind of like Pokemons, and I gotta have some of those, maybe all of them. So I started thinking they were kind of cool, and interestingly enough, about the next week, some girls put together a succulent giveaway here at work, and everyone got a little succulent pot, and I got a succulent pot with a Graptopedilum paraguayense in it, and I stuck it in there, and I thought, this doesn't seem like a lot of light for this plant, and maybe this plant needs a little more light. So I bought a little grow light off of Amazon. Well, that was the start, and I'm going to show you where we are today, which has gone a little beyond that little plant with a little $15 clip-on grow light. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's look at some plants over here. Let's not just ramble and go on and on about stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Look at the plants, all the plants. I got some plants. I got baby plants. I got less baby plants and little plants and other less baby plants and weirdo plants and trays for plants and lights for plants, and these are my plants. Yeah. So anyway, it all started with this thing over here. This is a printer stand I bought off Amazon. Well, honestly, it all started off with those little clip-on $15 grow lights. And then I moved up to this General Grievous lightsaber bastard over here. Amazing. And that was pretty cool. And I thought that was pretty good. And I used it for a while, just kind of on the desk, with some plants under it, and it did well. And then I started getting more plants, and more plants, and more plants. And so now I have this thing, and I apologize for the light. There may be weird bandy stuff going on with the light. That's because of the frequency of the LEDs on those particular grow lights. Those are AOG LED lights. They're like $25 off Amazon. My incredible mounting method is black Gorilla duct tape. It's very strong stuff. Does a great job. I have those lights and this thing over here hooked to a timer underneath the desk. And right now I'm just running 12 hours a day of light. Come on at 9 a.m. They turn off at 9 p.m. And yeah, so I put all that kind of stuff together, and I put my plants in there. And these are my special little babies. This is my first succulent garden I ever had before I covered my backyard in them. That cactus back in the corner, that's an opuntia, a drooping opuntia, I believe. Monantha, something like that. That was, someone noticed that I was taking care of my plants and that they weren't failing. And between those jail lines back there is a little cactus, and he's doing super good. And some various other ones. That is a tiger jade crassula back over there next to him. And this guy over here is a little plant, and my Father's Day plant. That is, that's ice plant. I don't remember the name for it. I know the name for it. It's in my head. But, Corpuscularia lamanii, I believe is what that's called. This is an echeveria over here under those black lines. Thank you, black lines. Oh, look. Hey, and so, yeah, I put that mirror stuff back there to kind of give me an infinite succulent field. And I was focusing on the plants in the mirror. So I should probably focus on the plants that are actually right there in front of us. That is evidently Echeverria Black Tide. I don't necessarily believe that. I think it's a Black Prince. This is Echeverria Red Romeo. He's a pretty guy. I can't wait for him to start really cooking off. These will all eventually get moved to my backyard and live outside, but right now they're kind of hanging out in here in my little garden. This is a variegated Echeverria Montserrat. He's a pretty cool guy. I like him. I like the variegated plants. I like anything that's a little more rare, a little more weird. So he is currently trying to set down some roots. He seems to be taking a hold of that soil in there, so I'm pretty happy about that. He will also end up outside. This guy is Echeverria Vampire. This is black line in the middle of my video because of my wonky lights. Echeverria Vampire Red Balls. There it is, between the lines. And that is Pachyphytum ovifibrum, I think, off the top of my head. Blue Haze. That's just a little prop doing his proppy thing. There's little baby fingers, Pachyphytum okay, something like that. I don't know. Maybe I should write this stuff down before I try to make a video about it. There is a little prop of a variegated Titubans down there. Chrysula Dorothy behind the black line over on the right. Chrysula Dorothy. I love Chrysulas. Little chrysulated bastards. They're awesome. If you don't know the YouTube channel, Crime Pays Botany Doesn't. I freaking love that guy. He is awesome. Such educational videos. I hope to someday know as much as that dude about plants. These black lines are freaking annoying. Yeah, so that's Pachyphytum compactum, I believe, crest. Yeah, with some black lines through it. And there's my Anacampseros rufescens, I believe, or Tella something or other. Can't remember off the top of my head. And we got a little Graptopetalum Mirinae variegate, I believe is what this little guy is. Oh, let's get out of this thing. These black lines are stupid. And this is a Pachyphytum something or other that I found in Home Depot that's now living and propping and being happy, so I'm going to find out what he does. And this is a little tiny Echeverria cubic frost in between the black lines. He's so little and tiny. Okay, enough of that black line nonsense. Let's come over here and look at these plants. So this is a light from Home Depot, and I think I was cooking some plants a little bit, so I'll keep raising it up higher and higher. I get more light spread, which is nice, and the plants seem to be a little happier. So anyway, that is a little Gymnocalcium variegate back there. Gymnocalcium. I just read these names. I have never heard anybody say them before. So that is a beautiful little variegated cactus that is putting out some pups. And I like him very much. And hopefully he will make some babies and we will put them in other pots and have a little village of red and black cacti. And then over here we have a little, this is a propagations that needed a place to stay as they got bigger. This is cotyledon or biculata of some sort, I believe. That is some sort of Graptopetalum back there. He's very nice. This is Anacampseros again. Rufescens, I believe. That's Telephastratia, something like that. This is Rufescens. This is the purple and green. That's the variegated green with the light magenta-ish. We got some Vera Higginses back here. Some Graptopetalum Vera Higginses. Open glow. We have over here, what is this guy? Cotyledon pendens, I believe. That was a little cutting I got from someone in a shipment that's starting to do some growy stuff. That's kind of cool. Oh, Chrysulas are so cool. This is a Chrysula deceptor, silver something or other. And yeah, he's going to be cool. He's going to go move in with some other Chrysulas that I got, I think.
We got a little tiny jelly bean sedum in here who is not getting enough water and is kind of suffering under those harsh lights, but I've raised the light and it seems to be better. There was another one over there and it's not there anymore. That is a tiny little Echeverria that's kind of angry. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. He's a prop. I think he's he's just a pile of sadness. That's what he is right now. That is a Chrysula prop that starting to get a little more water. I'm starting to give a little more water to this tray here. It wants more water than I was giving it, so he's starting to kick up and do good. This is one of those little evil Kalanchoe, mother of thousands babies, I think, and it's a baby having babies. Look at that crazy little friggin' thing. I don't even know. This is a little Sempervivum pot. I got these off the floor in Home Depot, and they're all rooty and happy and doing stuff, so that's where they live, and yay for them. This is a little something right here, and he's got a twin something right here, and I did that because I didn't want to kill him, because I had never grown these before, or put them in soil and give them water and called them my plants. These are Conophytum. Conophytum pelliculum back here, this little guy. This is Monalaria obconica. People call it bunny ear succulents. This is Conophytum maganii. This is a Conophytum minimum over here, that guy in the middle. This is a Conophytum minimum Witterbergensi. And the pictures I've seen of these are cool and fantastic, and mine don't look like that yet, but maybe someday. This is Conophytum calcarea. Yeah, I gotta work on some pronunciations. I said Conophytum bilobum, 2 lobes. And I've got the same exact set of plants over here, and that Conophytum minimum and that Conophytum calc don't look quite as happy as the guys in the other one. So that's why I made 2 of these, in case I screwed something up. I am an IT guy, and I believe in fault tolerance and backups. And so that's what that is. That's a raid array of Conophytum right there. And then this little pot, Dark Moon, Echeverria Dark Moon. That is a prop from the first succulent I ever had the pleasure of slaying. Not a pleasure, you know how it is. You kill these things to learn about growing them, and I killed him, but I had some leaves, and I've got a few little babies of them, and then we got some Echeverria topsy-turvy babies in here, finding I'm needing to give these guys a little more water than I've been giving them too, so they're starting to perk up. They're doing pretty good, actually, so hey, we love it. This guy, Pleospilos. This is a Pleospilos Nellii Royal Flush. He's got a nice purple color to him. I love these guys. And these guys were kind of like my gateway into the mesems. And my love for those has absolutely exploded. And this is Pleospilos simulans. This is a weird little guy. He's got kind of a leathery feel to him. And he's really cool. He's got kind of a Ficaria secondary mouth chomping out over here somewhere. So I don't know what's going on with him. He's pretty cool. I like him. I don't know what kind of flower he'll make. This guy will make a purple flower. I like purple flowers on mesems because they all make a lot of yellow ones. And this guy, we'll see what he does. But he's happy and living large. And so up here, we have lots of stuff going on in that tray up there, right there. And here, this is a Peperomia Ruby Glow cutting that I'm trying to make into a knot cutting. And so he's a pretty cool guy. These kind of taco-shaped leaves, these tops are transparent, and so they collect light through there. And when I put him in here, the center leaf did not exist. So he's latching on and growing out. And I'm pretty happy about that. I had him in there for a while, and that was too much light. He did not like that. And he just kind of folded up and closed up and said, sorry, I am not doing things. Took him out, put him off to the side. He's doing a lot better. Over here we have a Haworthia that I am trying to rejuvenate for one of the office ladies. It got a little ignored and a little dried out, so we're giving it some love, and we're going to make sure it is healthy and happy here soon enough. Here's a little propagation cutting I made of some, I'm not sure if those are tears or those are pearls, but it's a senecio, I'll tell you that. And yeah, so that's how I do my little prop pots once they come out of the prop tray. So let's take a look at this propagation tray up here, because I love this thing, and this is so much fun propagating succulents. Alrighty, so what we got here is my propagation tray. Now the way I propagate succulents is I have these plastic prop trays, and I put the bottom, maybe about a 1/4-inch layer, 1/2-inch layer of pumice, and maybe about 1/4-inch pumice. So some smaller pumice. You know, don't want a bunch of big stuff. The reason I do that is to hold water and pull water down away from the cocoa coir that I'm using. This is cocoa coir, and this stuff is magical because it holds water, but it kind of wicks it away from the plants as well. And in here, I've got all kinds of stuff. Some purpusorum leaves, some other blue haze babies. This is Crassula tomentosa, fuzzy Crassula cutting that I'm trying to make happen here. And some echeverias of some sort. That might be another dark moon. This is a T2 bonds that's not gonna make it because it's not making any green. It's pure white and it's gonna die. And that's sad, but that happens. You know, nature is a cruel mistress. And it's a jungle out there and all that. A little Portulacara afra. Elephant bush, variegated elephant bush. These are all props I've pulled off plants or found off in the ground or have been given from people. Here is a little variegated sedum jelly bean prop. And I got some cool guys in here. Here's a bunch of little tiny Echeveria trumpet pinky propagations. And there's a bigger one right there. He's a pretty cool little guy. And here are 3 string of tears cuttings that are absolutely going off. Cocoa coir is magical stuff. You got to water it every 3 days. Pretty good because it dries out real fast. But these plants grab hold, make some roots, and love it. I've got some Echeveria PVN babies in here. That's vampire red balls babies. That's dark tide baby of some sort, Crassula babies. Here is a variegated Graptopetalum Mendoza baby. Other Crassula babies, other Graptopetalum babies, other Runionii, Echeveria Runionii topsy-turvy babies. They're so topsy and so turvy. Some Andromycus babies in here that I got from a seller who sent me 5 leaves from 5 different Andromycus plants. They didn't all make it. They did not all make it. I saw 2 of them. I know there's more than that. Oh, this guy here, this kind of frilly guy here, he's kind of cool. Don't know what they are. We got some Pachyphytum babies in here. That is a sedum clavatum baby, Echeveria dark moon baby, next to my pink and trophy baby. We've got what is that? Opus? Is that what we call that? Opus? Got opus babies, Echeveria opus babies, more Pachyphytum baby, Graptopetalum Pachyphytum crassulas, Echeverias. Yeah, and so this is where I grow my props. And once they get big enough, they get moved to one of these little 2.5s, of which I have many, many, many of them. Many of them. Stacks of things. Root hormone, seaweed fertilizer, spraying bottle, precision spraying bottle, measuring stuff, other measuring stuff, bonsai jack chopstick. I love bonsai jack chopsticks. Random potting stuff. My gritties, my akadamas, my spare pots, my cleanings. Supplies and stuff that theoretically you will see me use in the future when I do things and not just talk about things. So, that is the office garden. I love this little space. It is pretty fantastic to me. So, I hope you've enjoyed that. Hopefully that was not too boring or too stupid. But we're going to put it anyway because I like to see the things that I talk about on the YouTubes, and I want to document things so I can look back at them when I lose my mind completely and say, oh yeah, that's right, I did that. Anyway, I am Ox the Gardener. This has been a little conversational video about my office garden, and hopefully you enjoyed that. If not, I know I'm going to like looking at it again in the future. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, we're out of here. Have a good night. Love y'all. Bye-bye.